Welcome to Help Desk with Joe. This is show number 56. We're here live in Spencer, West Virginia at the Patch Turned Up Studio. With me, as always, Joe and Justin. Welcome, gentlemen.
Morning, fellas.
Morning.
And today you have another great show. As always, doing your technology updates. You have 3 technology updates for us, and then we got a product review that all 3 of us tested out for the week and super excited about as part of our finagling deal with each other. The saga continues.
Although I have to say I'm excited for this review because this has actually been the first time since we've done the show that this was actually a product that all 3 of us was able to review at the same time.
Right, yeah, makes it nice.
So I'm excited.
Yeah. So let's start off with the first technology news update, and you got a news update for us for Google Maps,
Yes.
which I'm excited to hear about because I use Google Maps a lot. I use that, and I use Waze.
Yes.
I liked Waze better initially, but now Google Maps has kind of mimicked that, so it makes it a little easier.
Well, you know why, don't you?
Because that's the thing. They bought them, didn't they?
Yeah, Google owns Waze.
Ah, did not know that. I think you told me that in the past show, though.
Yeah. Waze started out of Israel, and people fell in love with it so much. Google basically said, "Here's a bunch of money. Just keep doing what you're doing."
Yeah. Well, it's I've got a kick out of it because I like that it showed like where speed traps were.
Yes.
And people could give you updates of like stuff on the road.
Right.
Stopped cars, stuff like that. I really like that and appreciated it. And I really like the little voices. Like I use Cookie Monster a lot.
Yeah, for Halloween, I flipped it over to Batman, and I just drove around town. I know my way around Spencer, but I just drove around town just so
Just
I could
to
see
hear
the
it.
Batmobile.
Yeah. That's my kids got a kick out of it because they're like, C is for caution. And C is for cookie.
Although, did I tell you about the time I almost got banned on Waze?
No.
So,
How do you get banned on Waze?
3 words,
Oh,
West
boy.
Virginia roads.
Oh, boy.
So, we was going down the interstate, and I showed my buddies, we was come back from a bowling tournament, and I showed them how you could report construction and
Right.
potholes and all that.
Oh,
My
boy.
buddy goes, report every pothole on the interstate. We was going through a construction zone. I said, done. Pothole. About the
Gosh.
10th pothole, Waze pops up and says, you're reporting too much. Do it again, and you'll be banned.
Yeah.
It's like, uh-oh.
Not made for West Virginia roads, for sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy talking about West Virginia roads. So there's a big slip on 33,
Yes.
like around Mount Zion or one of those hills there. And it dropped like 8 inches overnight.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I went over to our Ripley daycare yesterday and was like, yeah, it's not too bad. They put a light around it now, but I was like, geez, once it goes, it goes.
Yeah.
And it's been falling for a couple weeks now. But, yeah, when I came back, it dropped a lot.
Oh, boy.
Our roads are in rough shape. And, I got several friends down at the state road department. They work their tails off. It's crazy, but it's just too much.
Right.
They need to double the size of the highway crews just to, maintain our roads.
Well, it's like it everywhere. Anytime labor like this is needed, they cut the
Yeah.
work in half and then double the job load and then going, why can't you get anything
Oh,
done?
yeah. Or slow down the funding for the highway department. I'm just like, this is crazy. Our infrastructure is literally crumbling.
Yeah.
And our government is cutting taxes and, coming up with crazy laws right now.
Wasn't it a couple years ago that West Virginia was ranked like second in the nation on worst roads?
Really?
Oh, I'm saying we're leading by a long ways now.
Well, and I thought when I heard that, I was like, no, time out. How in the world are we second? I mean,
Yeah.
we're first in heart disease and in an unhealthy state, and we're second on worst roads. What does this other state have? Just dirt? That you just go on?
Gravel roads and no grader to smooth them out with.
Yeah.
Oh,
Up there
gosh.
by the recycle center. One day it was a 2-lane road. Next day, 1 lane. Where
Yeah.
It just fell off the side of the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what's happening here. And I'm like, this is kind of crazy because, 33 is one of the main roads in and out. 119 is one of the main roads in and out. And I remember, on the backside, like going towards Bar Cut on 14, that slip was there for a long time. It's just, man.
Yeah,
it's brutal.
Dad actually popped a tire on that one by Bar Cut.
Yeah. So, anyway, for people listening out there, Rowan County is a wonderful place. Come visit. Hopefully the roads will let you.
And just take your time to watch out for all the potholes.
Yeah, watch out for
slips
potholes and slips. And yeah, I mean, we are in a mountain state, so it's tough.
Yeah. Question for you Waze users. Do you guys, log in and try to, earn points for reporting stuff?
No, I don't
I've got a
do
friend that he used to, oh, look, I leveled up. I'm there's like different levels to if you're
Oh boy.
report stuff that's helpful to people.
I
to like incentivize people to do it. I
right.
guess.
I report stuff just to help other people out, but I don't. I used to get excited when you drive down the road and it's a little pop up and said you got 6 points because you found some kind of hidden candy. It's like, okay, cool, but
You found a hidden what?
candy. Like
I've never seen
there's this
those.
little candy wrapper just show up on the screen, and as you're driving, then it would chime and say, "Congratulations, you found a hidden candy." It's like, okay, cool. Next.
It's so hidden I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
I've zero attention to any of that. I'm usually
Yeah,
focused on driving, so
I use Google Maps pretty much exclusively, but maybe I need to get the Waze app. Check it out.
It's fun. It's a different, Google Maps is kind of like business, and Waze is a little more fun.
Yeah.
So on Google Maps, before COVID, did you guys do any travel where you possibly found yourself difficult maneuvering around big shopping malls and/or airports or places like that where there's just high traffic areas that you're not familiar with, that you get stuck in the middle of and trying to find your way out?
All right. First of all, no malls here. Second of all, there is an airport, but it's private. What?
Going to like major airports or shopping malls.
Yeah,
If you
during
got-
COVID, dude, we didn't fly. I don't know.
I'm talking about
Justin,
before
you might
COVID.
have
I'm talking
flown.
about before COVID.
Oh, okay. Even before COVID, it didn't really fly and didn't go to malls.
Okay.
But so you're just saying
killing
like
the malls.
major yeah, no, I'm not helping much. You're just saying like major traffic
Yeah, big areas.
hubs, right?
Yeah. that
I mean, we drove to soccer a lot, like Cincinnati and Columbus and Lexington, Louisville. But I'm not sure what you're looking for. What do you mean?
Okay, so Google Maps announced yesterday there was a bunch of updates coming out.
Right.
And one of the updates is they are updating their Maps platform to include maps for inside of large shopping malls and large major airports.
You mean like inside, walking
Yes,
around?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, those maps in the malls, those are no good. We need
Well,
something that tells you.
Honestly
which way you're
though,
facing.
if you're in a mall and you got to go find one of the signs and
Yeah.
figure out where you are and
Yeah.
figure out what store you're going to. I mean, take this for what it's worth. I haven't been in a mall forever. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
An airport I could kind of see as well because when I have flown, we've flown into a hub of, like O'Hare or Atlanta or wherever.
Yeah.
If you're not a familiar traveler, I could see where that could hurt you because you're like, crap, where do I got to get? Especially if you're on timeline. If you're switching planes
Yeah.
and you're on a tight timeline, you don't want to sit around, or not sit around, but you don't want to stop and try to figure out where the heck you're supposed to go. It'd be really nice to have that plugged in, and as soon as you get off your one plane, just go straight to the next gate. I could see where that might help a traveler that's, not experienced.
Yes, so their intention is to do the indoor version of Live View, and it will perform the same way as you do use the outside function. And they give it a perfect example of, like you guys said, the airports. So basically what you would do is, as soon as you got off the airplane, if you're trying to hit a connecting flight, it will guide you to the nearest escalator or elevator with signs and arrows and augment and AR pointing you to the right direction. So you're not just aimlessly wandering around the airport.
It's almost some like Mission Impossible type stuff, where the central command's like giving you go
Yeah.
this way, go that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you choose to accept this flight, get on the escalator now.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Do you think? I mean, does this dumb people down a little bit? Do people from an older generation that knew how to use a map, were they better off than
See, now
people
that's
that don't use maps?
I was thinking about that this past weekend because we had a soccer tournament, and it's one of those deals where, do my kids need to know how to read a map? Is that something that's important anymore, or will it ever again be important? Only if you happen to lose your phone or whoever you're with does not have a phone. Would that ever be important?
Right.
Now, and I was thinking about that because, you click on Google Maps and it's like, all right, head home. And it automatically tells you. You don't have to do anything. You don't really even have to worry about anything. You don't even have to worry about what direction you're going. Whereas I remember we used to race motorcycles and traveled all over the country. And, it's one of those things where you had to know I learned how to read a map early. I learned how to identify where we were, where we're going, how to write down the steps,
Yep.
and kind of track which direction you had to be going. You had
Have
to
your
know.
bearings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
east, west, whatever. You had to know what direction you were going, what city you were going towards, and you could follow the signs. So,
And then MapQuest showed up.
oh yeah, the TomToms and
Yeah.
whatever the rest of them were called. But
Well, I'm
that,
talking about
that
the
was
MapQuest
a big
where you
deal.
go online and you'd print out that stack of directions.
Oh yeah,
And,
yep, I remember doing that as well.
And just do a little check mark on the paper as you're going
Yep.
along. And you better hope the person reading you the directions doesn't skip a line.
Yep. Oh yeah. You miss a turn, you got to figure out how to backtrack and get to
Yeah.
where you need to be. But I mean, for years I had an atlas in my car.
Yeah.
And then we kept a dedicated atlas in our race truck.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's a good skill to have, and I feel like I need to teach my kids that because you never know, they might lose their
If
phone.
you're
But
out hiking or something, I think it's maybe a little more important. The potential. Even then, you're pretty much always on a trail. But
That's what I was gonna say. GPS on your phone now. I mean,
if you're somebody that's like, I'm gonna go out in the wilderness, then you probably need to know. But
it's kind of crazy.
Well, reading a map's still a skill that you would need.
Oh yeah.
Cena and I went to New York City a few years ago. We got on the subway and
Mm-hmm.
was able to figure out the map. We still wound up on the wrong train and ended up in Brooklyn.
I mean,
So,
Brooklyn's a cool place to see, though. It's all right.
well, no, it wasn't Brooklyn. Yeah, it was Brooklyn. No, we was on the shadier side of town.
Well, that's okay too. Low life experience leads to a good story.
Yeah, but it's like, that you're not from around there when you get off the train and everybody's on the street level just staring at you, giving that stare like,
Yeah.
you're lost, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's like I couldn't fake my way out. It's like it was obvious. It's like,
Yep.
yeah, this hillbilly has no idea where he's at.
Yeah. Well, that's funny. I mean, yeah. So anyway, I thought about it, and I was like, I don't know.
I've never had any issues in the airport really, but I've was kind of surprised and impressed the first time I used Google Maps in like downtown DC, where they're literally telling you like the name of the bus to get on.
Really?
Really?
To use public transportation to get to a different side of the town, and then from there you take this little. I mean, it was super detailed
Huh.
and saved me a ton of time when I was very unfamiliar. I'm still totally unfamiliar with the city, really, but
Yeah.
Now, I'm surprised it went to that
oh, yeah,
detail.
It knew what time that bus was coming. Get on that bus.
Because I've monkeyed with Google Maps in the past where if you put in, like, going from Spencer, West Virginia to Europe, it will get you to the coastline and say, take a boat across the ocean. so I'm impressed that it actually gave you the exact bus information.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Huh. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, there's always a chance your phone's going to go dead or you have a malfunction or you just lose your phone. So a map's important, but I mean, I don't even have a map in the car anymore.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean, I packed around an atlas for 20 years and now.
Yeah, I've got one that haven't opened in a while.
Well, that's when I got the atlas out. It hadn't, been open for years. 10 years.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
I'll tell you how old the West Virginia map is. Just look on the back and see which governor's on there.
Yeah. Well, and when I say map, I mean atlas. But
Right.
then, now the hard part is I don't even know how up to date the atlas is because my atlas is pretty old. Huh. That's a good point. Roads,
I've had GPS add like close to an hour to my drive time by taking me off on some godforsaken road when I'm coming back from camping. Some of those roads over by past Buchanan and stuff that
Yeah.
for some reason it thought it knew the way to go and it was totally wrong. So
Oh,
wish I
geez.
would have looked at my map on that occasion.
Yeah.
You just assume it's gonna
Well,
know. It's gonna know better.
So here's a tip for you. I always, before I hit the start button, I always zoom out, look at the route, make sure it's going the direction it's supposed to be going, making sure I have the right end address in. Just because you never know.
Right.
And sometimes it'll put the shortest route, which is crazy. You can stay on an interstate and go an extra 5 or 10 miles instead of cut through these neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So I always zoom out and then track it real quick just to make sure.
Yeah, because even when we start out on a trip, a lot of times, just based off the map, it wants the GPS claims it's shorter for me to go all the way to Ripley and then get on interstate, where I can just go ahead and get on interstate at Clendon and I'm already on interstate. It wants me to go to Ripley and come around that way.
Yeah.
It helps to have a little bit of real world knowledge.
Yeah.
No.
Daggone it, you're going to make me get out the atlas and teach kids.
Yeah, what's when you're coming around a city, like the odd numbers go around the city, or there's like a north-south.
Yeah. Okay. For interstate
east-west type
wise,
thing with the numbers.
you get on like a
system,
beltway. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like when you're coming up to a city, but you don't want to go into it, and you want to go around it.
Go around the beltway. Yeah.
Something like that. One of those numbers means something.
Yeah. If it's
Like 79 is north-south.
North south.
64 is
got
east and west.
50 east-west.
Yeah. So yeah, if you have any travel coming up,
You're going to be trying this out, Joe?
well, I don't. Well, there's a possibility I could be going on a trip in a couple of weeks, but I won't be going to a major airport. It's an airport I've been to before, but I could fire it up just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Just to see how accurate it is.
So just to clarify here for anybody that's lost, major interstate routes are designated by 1 or 2 digit numbers. Routes with odd numbers run north-south, while even numbers run east-west. So for north-south routes, the lowest numbers begin in the west, while the lowest numbered east-west routes are in the south.
And you said it's similar to Google Live View. I don't even know if I've used that.
I'm assuming it's like street level, almost like your street level view, where you can just pull up your phone and
It'll
go,
show you like the pictures of the what you're looking at.
yeah,
Like
like okay, there's the pretzel place. There's
instead
the
of like
bookstore.
clip art, so to speak, it's
Right.
real view.
Right.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, so if you're in a big airport, you're basically going to be looking almost at like a VR type.
Yeah.
Still images, but
Yeah. At least you have points of
It's
interest
gonna
that you can match up to. Okay, there's a
highlight
pretzel.
some-
Yeah, there's a pretzel place.
there's an elevator over there. That's where you need to go.
Right.
Wow. Okay. That'd be cool to test out though. See what-
Yeah, so they
what it's
said
like.
several cities, including Chicago, Los Angeles, and Seattle, are basically the ones that's going to start it, but that's going to be rolling out to more cities soon. So no ETA on that, but just keep your eyes out.
Anyway,
Yeah, something like that. If you go over to that elevator, it says to take and it's broken. I assume there's some where you can report that on the app or something, or
I don't know.
some way the
crowd
crowd
alert people that hey,
uses the crowd to keep itself updated.
or just for fun, report it as broken, make everybody take the long way around.
oh, Joe, you wouldn't do that, right?
Yeah, I don't like organized chaos or anything like that. No. Now, yelling fire in a movie theater, that's terrible, that's horrible, that's not even funny. But now, just doing little things to annoy people, yes, that is hilarious.
Oh boy. So anyway, if there's a log jam at the local airport, and Joe happens to be there, you know what happened.
Speaking of log jams, did you guys see the boat in Egypt?
It's free.
Yes, I saw. Yeah, they finally got the puppy freed out.
I liked it led to a lot of memes.
Yes.
How long was it stuck? 3 or 4 days?
5 days.
5 days.
Yeah.
Which is good though, because they was saying it was going to take weeks to.
Yeah. Well, that's because the first thing he brought out was a little backhoe.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Back up.
I don't know. You can't get like bigger dredgers out there in a hurry and start doing some dredging.
Yes, obviously they had no plan in place for a situation
Yeah.
like this to happen.
That's what's amazing. You don't have a response crew on standby.
Yeah.
For
I mean, it was
most
what
important shipping
so many.
lanes.
It's like 400 million an hour.
Yeah.
You know, $1 billion a day of traffic held up, and they can't sit there and afford to pay a crew that's just working on keeping the canal clean and being there in case that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, for that amount of money, by golly, have a crew on each side of the river just waiting.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's we're talking the same thing. Our infrastructure on roads and stuff. We wait until it all falls apart, and then you're like, oh yeah, I guess we better do some preventive maintenance.
Yeah, it's not a problem till it's a problem.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
Joe, you said this is a happy news week for the most part, right? So this vaccine story is not going to be
Well, this
a
is
bummer, is it?
well, it's not a bummer. It's just a word of caution.
Yeah, hit us with the
Okay.
COVID vaccine story update number 2.
Okay, so now that the vaccine is out and about everywhere,
Hold on. You noticed Justin was spurring us along there.
I seen that.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Poking and prodding me enough. I'm starting to like. All right, this time I gotta keep it on.
He's gonna get 1 in there. It's been like 6 shows, so you know what? I'm gonna do
That
1.
was a pretty smooth one, if I must say so myself.
Yeah.
So since the vaccine's out and about, just a word of caution for today: watch out for the vaccination scams going around.
Mm-hmm.
How does one possibly scam the vaccine thing?
I will tell you.
Okay.
So the FBI and the Office of Inspector General at the Department of Health and Human Services are warning about fraudulent vaccination schemes circulating through telemarketing calls, text messages, social media platforms, and even door-to-door visits.
Jeez. You've won the vaccine lottery. Send all your money to this.
Yes, so in some cases, the people have been asked to pay a fee to get their vaccine, get early access to one, or to get prioritized waiting list. Some victims are giving out detailed personal information used to fraudulently bill federal health care programs to commit medical identity theft.
Jeez. People are scoundrels.
Yeah, as if there's not enough nonsense going on. I'll use that as the word. That you have these jerks that take opportunity to mess with people some more. Let's go ahead. So
just as you probably don't want to be handing out any sort of social security numbers or anything like that to
I mean, I would think in this day and age, you never ever do that.
right.
For anything. Anything. Don't do anything.
But the way things are nowadays, if there's the money to be made at it, they're going to give it a shot.
Jeez. I know they're going to give it a shot, but I mean, people, come on, people.
So just as a reminder, you will never be asked to pay for a vaccine or be charged any administration costs, co-pays, or co-insurance fees. You will not be denied vaccination even if you do not have health insurance. You will not be asked for money to reserve a spot in line or to jump ahead in a list for a vaccination. Some scammers confirm the vaccine is free, but you must pay and undergo additional medical testing or procedures to obtain a vaccine. This is false. And government and state officials will not call you to obtain detailed personal information in exchange for a vaccine. Medicare will not call beneficiaries to offer COVID-19 related products or services. Similarly, anyone claiming to offer HHS grants related to COVID-19 is trying to defraud you, so do not divulge personal or financial information.
Yeah. I mean,
And just the COVID scams, this is just another one in the playbook. Dave, you and I both saw firsthand the unemployment fraud scams early on in COVID.
Yep. I mean, yeah. I don't know.
So just add this to the playbook.
Yeah, I agree. And that's a good news story, Joe, and I think that's commendable because people we're going to get scammed, like you said. It's going to happen. People will try anything, try to get money out of people, but it's a shame that we have to have this discussion.
Yeah, that there's jerks that benefit off of this chaos. It's been horrible the way it is, and for somebody to say, "Hey, I think I figured out a way to make a buck illegally."
Yep.
And there's no excuse for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cut it out there.
Yeah, good luck with that. Like I said, people are scoundrels, but what bums me out more than anything is people are still falling for these same tricks, just, it's same candy in a different wrapper.
Package,
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, come on. Don't give your social security number out. Don't pay anybody. I mean, if you really owe somebody money, they're going to send you a letter. They're going to, they'll catch you next time you go there.
Yeah, or they'll serve you papers. You will know.
Yeah, I mean, until that point, if you don't believe it, don't buy in.
Crazy.
Anyway.
Yeah, so to all the people that have possibly fallen for this scam, I'm sorry. Look and see what you can do to remedy the situation. But for the scammers, I hope your computers blow up and you lose all communication with the public for about 2 weeks. I hope you lose internet connection. I hope you end up with Frontier Internet and you can't do anything with it for about 2 weeks. There's my Frontier slang for the day.
Punishment.
Yeah, you're stuck with Frontier Internet service. You're welcome. There's your punishment.
Now you see it advertised some of these companies that specialize in like letting you know if they think your identity may have been stolen or your social security number is compromised somehow out
Yes.
there. Are you familiar with any of those companies at all?
Yes.
I forget, LifeLock or something
Yes,
like that?
LifeLock.
Yeah.
My parents signed up for it when my dad retired just to make sure they had all their stuff in place because Dad's always been one of those kind of overly cautious on things, and I'm not, giving him any grief on that. I'm glad he is. And that was the first thing he did was he asked me about it. He said, so what do you think about it? I said, well, LifeLock's about the best you can get, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was actually talking to my brother-in-law about it. He's a branch manager at the bank, and he told Dad, he said, you know, if you're talking retirement, you may want to go ahead and get this, just to lock everything down just to be safe. So Dad did, and he's grateful for it. He said, yeah, there's been a couple times it's kind of been a pain, but it's well worth the pain just to know that he has to jump through all that many hoops to take care of whatever he needs to take care of. So it's kind of security versus convenience, and he's accepting the minor inconvenience just to know that the security is there.
I don't know. Folks, this is how many of these warnings you think you've given out, Joe? About different things. I mean, and we're saying like over 10 years, 11 years now.
I could probably take a month vacation to Hawaii.
Yeah. So I can't stress this enough. If you're out there listening and you're thinking, well, maybe sometimes it's a legit, cancel that thinking. If you're not sure, call somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, call the Committee on Aging here if you're a senior citizen and you're like, well, maybe this is real, and let someone get a second set of eyes on it.
Yep.
You know, you can call if it's tax related, call the IRS, email the IRS.
And
DMV, same thing. You know, whatever the case may be, if it's COVID or whatever around here, it's easy. We got 2 healthcare centers, Family Healthcare and Rowan General Hospital.
Don't just click on a link in an email.
Phone call is
Don't do
free, and they're awesome people. They'll help you.
Yeah, and it's almost a weekly basis. We'll have a customer call us, say, hey, I got this email or I got this phone call, and the first thing I ask them is, did you give me any information? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. And I'm going, great. But then if they say yes, okay, what information did you give?
Start tracking it backwards.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. So, if you're out there and you're listening and you have any questions or you're concerned about this, Justin, give me your phone number. Call Justin. He'll double check it for you. But no, seriously. I mean, I've
all
heard
hours, day and night.
Yeah. Call. He especially likes it at like after 10 p.m. and early in the morning, like 3.
Real early in the morning.
Yeah. But it's kind of crazy because Joe, you've talked about this time and time again, just different scenarios,
right?
And people still fall for it, and I'm just like, oh, come on now.
Yeah, because they see that there's this opportunity where people are getting legitimate calls about the vaccine. So like, oh, we'll try to sneak in there with them and seem like a legitimate health provider or public health type official giving me a call and let me know my vaccine's ready.
Or hey, pay $20 and we can get you on the priority list.
Yep.
So, and that's where a lot of these scams hit on. They play on fear. So you're afraid to go anywhere because you're waiting on the vaccine if you're wanting the vaccine. So then they call and say, hey, $100 we can get you in tomorrow. Here's my money. Take my money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, that's an easy remedy, especially in like our rural area. Just call Rowan General, call Family Healthcare. They'll help you.
Yes. And I see a lot of people post those kind of questions on Facebook locally.
Yeah.
So it takes about 10 minutes on Facebook to debunk a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, Facebook warriors will come to your aid. Oh, gosh. Okay, well, it's crazy that it comes to that, and it's crazy that about every couple months you have to go over the latest and greatest scam, but
right.
At least you're there for people, Joe. So COVID vaccine scams, don't fall for it.
Right.
All right. You got an update about T-Mobile, and you are a T-Mobile user, the VS Sprint.
Yes.
So, fill us in with your news.
Okay, so this is actually an update that we covered a few months ago.
Okay.
Do you remember we talked about T-Mobile TVision?
Is that like their own video subscription service?
Yeah, their own TV service.
Yeah.
Okay. So only after 5 months of announcing its TVision streaming service, T-Mobile announced yesterday that they are actually shutting down the TVision services.
Really?
Yes.
How come?
They are going to partner with YouTube and offer YouTube TV.
Oh, boy.
As the live TV solution, and they're even in discussions with Philo TV as a replacement as well.
Really?
Yes.
So they launched this big platform, invest a lot of money, and then all of a sudden they're like, yep, we're going to pull the plug on that and just partner with someone else, make it easy.
Yeah, spend less money that way.
Yeah.
So if you are a subscriber to the TVision live TV service, your subscription is going to go dark on April 29th. So, but I do have some good news.
Okay.
So T-Mobile is giving a free month of YouTube TV to customers who had signed up for one of the TVision Live packages, and all T-Mobile subscribers will be eligible to save $10 a month on YouTube TV, which will bump it down from $64.99 to $54.99 per month.
How long does that last, do you think?
Forever.
Forever? Huh. That's a pretty big deal. I mean, it's hard to tell how long YouTube TV will last, but...
Well, Google's spending money on it. It's going to be around for a while. Plus, they'll get 3 free months of YouTube Premium. And on Philo's side, customers can also get a $10 discount off the usual price.
Huh, Philo. You haven't talked much about Philo.
Philo's kind of the underdog.
Yeah.
They are more of kind of your basic cable package. Like if you just need a handful of cable channels, not a lot of people have talked about them.
Yeah, I mean,
myself.
I've rarely heard of them. I see you're looking, so give us the scoop on Philo.
Okay, so I'm pulling up their website now.
And just to clarify, Justin, you're doing a sketchy job right now because Joe just got sidelined from his original story of T-Mobile Sprint over to Philo, and now we're on a whole different tangent.
Okay, so Philo, their packages start at $20 a month for 64 channels. So actually, with the T-Mobile discounts, you could get TV for as cheap as $10 a month.
Oh, wow. Huh. Philo, huh?
Yes.
I think a lot of my issues, though, is I'm out of the TV game, so I don't know anything new that's coming out or about anything that's doing anything.
Right.
That the average person would see on TV. I just don't see it.
Right. But yeah, even $20 a month's not bad.
Yeah.
Even before the T-Mobile discount. So, so good news. So there it is. Good news there.
Yeah. Craziness. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of a mixed bag. Some good, some bad news.
Yeah, a little bit bad, but overall good.
Yeah. We've been on a positive roll here lately, so I like it. You know, and then even like the COVID vaccine scam, I don't know if that's bad news because, I mean, people scam every day. Yeah. But I think it is good because you're bringing up the awareness of it and helping people.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's...
The scam itself is bad, but making people aware of it is good.
The fix is good. So always good stuff from you, Joe. I like it. Yeah. So I want you to, next week you got to feed me a tidbit that's for me. It's been a while since it's been something that I can use.
It has, hasn't it?
Yeah. But, you know, I'm a Samsung guy, Android, so I don't have the problems Justin has with his iPhone. So I understand.
Although we did get kind of hit with that.
I didn't, though. So.
Android web viewer a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but it didn't affect me, so hey. You know.
Yeah, because you don't update your apps, which we proved that on air.
This is true. Hey, it's safer that way.
This list has about
let's go with that.
Everything works that needs to work, and you know.
Yeah, let's not update because it's safer, and let's not change our passwords because I know I can't remember anything. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's make everything the same password.
Seems like a good deal.
Yeah, it looks good on paper.
Hey, I'm doing the 2-factor authentication, okay?
Okay, well, that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, you know. I don't know about Justin. Justin was sketchy on that deal. Yeah. I'm on board with it.
I don't know. When we talk about
he was doing it when we were talking about it. Justin, You got everything switched over, Justin? 2-factor authentication up?
Email, I mean.
Important
the big
stuff.
One.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can say Justin kind of jumps on board immediately.
Well, yeah, that's, you know.
So I have to be extra cautious because Justin takes my advice at face value.
And quick.
Yeah. And Dave's sitting there just drudging on like, that doesn't apply to me.
Yeah, I don't need none of that. That's crazy talk.
Yeah. What do you mean I have to change my password and can't use the same password on everything?
Yeah. Guilty. All right. Well, 3 nice news updates. That's always good, helping out the local consumer. And, you know, of course, anybody else out there listening. So great to get those news updates, Joe. So what else we got today? I know we're doing the product review here with the DDP Yoga app.
Yes. So
hold on. Let's back up.
Okay.
Did you log your Strava active?
Yes, I did. Yes. Sadie and I we did 1 lap around the patch trail there beside
Ooh.
the State Road Garage.
Yeah.
Or the
Methodist property.
walking
Yeah.
the track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we was out and about Saturday, and I told Sadie, I said, let's go for a walk. So we stopped in on our way back from town, and we did one lap. She goes, Dad, I'm ready to go home. I was like, well, okay.
It's a long lap, though.
Yeah, for those little, for
That's what I
her.
was gonna say, especially for a shorter
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. Well, although it doesn't help that she runs, halfway down the track and then comes back.
Yeah.
So it's like, I almost contemplate just giving her my phone. Like, here, go. Rack up that some mileage here. Come on.
Hold on, I'm trying to log into Strava to check.
Okay.
And
Yes.
What did you say? One lap is like a third of a mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, roughly.
Okay.
A little, like 3.5 laps is a mile. All right, so I'm new to. I've been on Strava for a while, but I'm new to actually doing anything on it. So I gotta check here.
I will say I logged 2 activities on Saturday, so you shouldn't give me any grief.
Let me look to verify. So I'm going down through my dashboard. Is that the easiest way to get where I need to go?
I'd go up to explore and then clubs and then just go right to Patch and Jack Garrett
See, that's why.
activity club.
And if you're listening and you haven't done this yet, this is crazy. So we're giving away, how much is the...
$160 GPS watch?
Yeah, $160 GPS watch for doing 4 basic things.
Yeah.
Get Strava,
Yeah.
join the group, like and share, 2 separate things there. Facebook, post about it.
And log 1 activity.
And log 1 activity. There you go. So, you want Joe, give a guesstimate on how many people are actually qualified to do that. Now we have, mine says 33 members. Does that seem right?
Yeah, that's right.
So we have 33 members, Joe.
Okay.
And we have a huge Facebook following. So let me go back here. Let me find Justin's video on this. So we just put a post on there. It reached 425 people about the Garmin watch and your last chance to enter to win.
Mm-hmm.
And then Justin had a video that I'm going to try to get back to. 305 people about that post.
Yeah, anybody listening, you got to do all the steps.
Yeah, you got to do all 4.
I found a number where, might have joined the group but never logged an activity or liked and share. So let's get all the steps done.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
a multi-step
so
process.
2,100 people watched the video. 23 people shared it. So, but how many are actually qualified to win the watch in the drawing? Like 4, 5?
Really?
Yeah. Out of 33 people that joined the actual group,
That's crazy.
only 4 or 5 have done all 4 things they need to do, which is join and log an activity,
Right.
like, share, and join the group, log an activity, like it, share it. 4 things.
Yeah.
That take very little time.
That's crazy considering if Cena and I qualify on that we're 2 of them.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 8 folks that liked and shared but didn't join the group, and then on the flip side, there's folks that joined the group and never shared. So got that going on.
Yeah, you're.
But they've got till the end of the day today, so there might just be a flood of.
Yeah, but with this kind of giveaway, I cannot. It pays to read.
Ooh, Joe. So today's Thursday. So Joe, you got a couple different things going on. I'm proud of you, buddy. You did a walk. You did another afternoon walk, and then you did some yoga.
Yeah, I did some DDP.
You might be the only person that has yoga on there.
Probably.
Nice. Good job. I'm going to give you kudos.
All right.
So,
And now, for anybody that's late to the party and trying to figure out what in the world we're talking about, this all started, how long ago, guys? 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
So Dave and Justin started exercising more, and actually Patch partnered up with Jack Garrett Ford to start this running club, and it all surrounds the Strava app. And the Strava app helps you track and log your activities: running, walking, swimming, hiking, yoga. I mean, there's a list of activities. So the guys challenged me to actually get out and do something, which I grumbled and complained the entire time. But then I challenged both of them I thought, if you're going to make me work out, I'm going to make you guys do work as well. So I challenged you guys to DDP Yoga, which you guys tried out the DVD.
Yep.
So then last week, all three of us agreed to use the DDP Yoga app.
Yeah.
And this is what we're going to report today. So just a heads up, spoiler alert, all of us walked in under our own power.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I know, nobody's aching and paining and hurting too bad. So apparently either one, somebody didn't do it, or two, we all did it right.
Yeah. Well, I think it's so accommodating. It's nice.
Yes.
So, but I'm going to jump back to Strava here real quick.
Okay.
Since Justin's not doing his job. And this week, which, it's Wednesday, so that leaves Monday and Tuesday. Of course, this morning would count. But this week, Denise Roberts is leading the way for our club with 1 hour.
Wow.
Yeah, she had a big walk last night with the Roane County Running Walking Club.
Yeah, over a 3-mile walk.
Yeah, led by Missy Atkinson. Yeah. So she's got one activity in, an hour long. She's leading this week right now, and we're at midweek. We're Wednesday, folks. If you're part of this group, you're part of the deal. Get out there and get active. And this is all just for a healthier, happier Roane County. Pretty excited about it. So Justin and I are slackers. Just going to throw that out there.
Oh, wait. Dave had a long run, 8 miles.
No, that was last week, though.
Okay, but still.
I'm looking at this week.
All right.
And I have to say, guys, this peer pressure is working on me.
Yeah.
And I'm yet to see if this is a good thing or a bad thing to be determined. But I've actually caught myself going, okay, if I walk here to here, that would be a good walk. Because honestly, I've never been much of a runner ever.
You played sports, Joe. I was your coach.
I know, but usually, but I had a reason to run. I was doing something. My thought of running just for the sake of running, if I'm running, you better shoot what's chasing me.
Well, so let me ask you then, back to the yoga part, does the yoga make it easier for you to be motivated for that?
Well, no, just the walking alone has motivated me.
Okay. Well, I just mean because the yoga, I kind of like it because, like, even today, like, I'm going to do the yoga this evening or this afternoon when I get home because I was like, oh, man. And not that I care about running in the rain. I've ran in the rain a lot in the snow. I really kind of like running in the snow just because it's so different. And I don't mind the cold. But the rain kind of, I'm like, oh, man, bums me out. My shoes get wet. I get wet.
Right.
Just pain in the butt. But with yoga, I'm like, I can go home and do yoga. No problem.
Yeah, it cuts out the excuse of, well, can't do anything today. It's raining.
Yeah. Well, and it's a good, I would say, I don't know that a lot of people would see it this way, but it's a good cross training. It's different. It helps me stretch. And typically people are lazy stretchers anyway. Now, I used to play sports a lot, coaching and stuff. I stretch. It's part of my routine, my habit, but it's a lot easier when it's kind of involved in the exercise that you're doing.
Right. And that's with the DDP yoga. A lot of it doesn't have the typical yoga where you try to touch your ear with your big toe and all that.
I don't even know what kind of yoga that is, Joe, but it sounds fun.
Well, that's usually the stigma of yoga. It's like, that's just what women and aerobics people do, that they can bend and flex. And
I'm going to point this out, though, back to Strava. So I'm jumping around quite a bit here. But Justin, you and I are in 7th and 8th place here with 27 minutes and 22 minutes on our Strava group. I'm just saying, what the heck, man?
Apparently somebody didn't log their yoga workout because the one I did was 45 minutes.
I forget. I have yet to log one of them because I don't have my phone is it acts as my viewer.
Okay.
So I forget to start anything because I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna start yoga. And then once I get started, I'm kind of in the moment. So
you didn't go back and add it.
No, I didn't even think about that. You're right. I forget about that. Now I was mad on my Strava's giving me fits. So on Sunday I ran 8 miles. I ran around a golf course and really enjoyed it. But my Strava was it wouldn't give me my splits. It wasn't recording right. It's a whole fiasco. So I sit there and was like, what to do if your Strava's not working? and it's like manually enter it. I was like, oh, okay, so that made me feel better.
Yeah.
But I forget to do it any other time unless it's
Right.
like 8 miles. That's a big one for me.
Right.
Massive run. So I was like, I am not letting that get away. I'll
Right.
figure out something.
Yeah.
But the yoga, I'm just like, not a big deal.
Right.
But you're right. I need to start logging those. I will. I'll start logging them.
Okay, so the DDP Yoga app.
Yeah.
It's a free app.
Yeah.
on,
Good job, Justin. By the way.
on Android and iOS, and also if you do not have a mobile device, they also have a website that you can log into. Like I said, the app itself is free, but you have to sign up for a subscription. But you can also do a free 7-day trial, which is what Dave and Justin did.
And actually, I just kept the subscription. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah. I think it. Like I said, I think it's nice.
Well, what I was saying, initially you guys used the 7-day free trial, and actually I did not realize this, but if you bought the DVDs, which I did several years ago, I went to create my account on the app, and since I'd already bought the DVDs in the past, it had a log of that and actually gave me a free month trial. So if you buy the DVDs, you actually have a free month trial of DDP Yoga, the app.
Yeah.
So you guys want me to run through the features of the app?
Yes, please do. Give us a rundown.
Yeah, there's a lot of information and stuff inside this app. So you launch the app, and one of the first things is My Program. So one of the things it walks you through is you put in your height, weight, blah, 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 and you put in what your plans are as far as your target weight and all that, and then it actually gives you a customized schedule.
Yeah.
What workouts you need to do and how often you need to do it.
I didn't do any of that, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't either. I just started on where I thought I should start, and
I picked one. I was like, all right, this looks interesting. Here we go.
then they have a workout section where they have different videos. You can actually watch previous live sessions, or you can actually start at your own plan. For example, they have the bed flex, where if you aren't able to do the full yoga stuff, there's literally no excuse why you can't do this workout. They show you how you can actually work out in bed, you can work out in a chair, you can actually stand with a chair assisting you for balance. I mean, there's literally no excuse on why you can't do it. They also have a tracking feature. Now, this tracking feature is really neat. The first thing that pops up is a scorecard, and you're scored on based how much you use the app as far as your activities. For every workout you do, you get so many points. So Saturday I did the Diamond Dozen 2.0, and just that one workout alone, I scored 370 points.
Wow.
So, and they have rewards at 100,000 points. You get a T-shirt, and there's more prizes on that.
It's kind of crazy, like the point system, and I don't understand a lot of it. Sheets, everybody does it, but I mean, 100,000 points, really? Why can't it just be like scale 1 to 10?
True.
But you got to get 100. 100,000 seems so far away.
Well, but there's probably goal-oriented people that go, hey, I want that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
300 workouts or something like that.
Yeah.
You'd have to do that same thing you did about 300 times.
Right. So they also have a body weight, so where you have your starting weight, and then you can actually go in and log your current weight and your goal weight. And then progress pictures. So if you're wanting to track your progress as far as, okay, here's where I started, kind of the before and after effect, you can actually take pictures of yourself starting out and throughout your weight loss journey to self-motivate for those days that, I'm not doing anything, it's not working, and you go back and look at your pictures.
Yeah.
Workout summary, it gives you a summary of what calories you burned, the time you spent, if you have a heart rate monitor, what your heart rate was.
If I could jump in real quick.
Okay.
The little point system, I was a little confused because I downloaded a couple workouts and I wanted to just play them and like watch 20, 30 seconds of them and see if it seemed like one I wanted to do. But
Right.
then, so I did that and then like ended the workout and they're like, oh, you got 20 points or something. I was like, well, I didn't do anything. I was just watching.
Right.
So I'm sure there may be a way around that, but that was just one thing that I encountered.
Well, they may just be taking that on the honor system. I mean, it's one of those.
Yeah.
They may be taking it as, okay, if you're wanting to watch 30 seconds of it, we'll give you some points for that. But if you're just wanting to watch just to get the points of not working out, you're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
If you're gonna spend this much time clicking through the videos just to get that free T-shirt, then more power to you. And they also have a leaderboard. So I didn't know they did this, and this was actually neat. So just based off my one workout, I'm ranked 16,676th place.
Yeah.
So I don't.
You're doing a great job, Joe. Keep it up.
That's right.
When you hit those 100,000 points.
And it also has a user guide which helps walk you through the app.
Yeah.
And did you guys see the nutrition section?
Yep. Well, I saw some recipes.
Yeah. So you can go in there and check for if you want some healthy eating ideas, and it covers a wide range of things, just regular meals plus desserts. I've seen some peanut butter protein shakes.
Yeah.
So just all
kinds of handy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, and I kind of look at it too, though. It's nice that it's all in one area, but you can get that from anywhere.
Right.
You should be able to YouTube, Pinterest, whatever, if you're going to make a shake. I mean, but it is handy that it's all packaged.
Right. And it's all.
So you don't have to go to those different places.
And their stuff is keto free. I mean, it's all fresh, real stuff. So right now, the most videos is DDP's broccoli salad, the peanut butter protein shake, the chicken salad, zucchini pizza, and DDP's omelet.
Nice.
And then they just added Italian soup, caper salad, chicken meatball marinara, Italian soup, and...
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, good job, Joe.
No problem.
What's for lunch? Where are you taking us?
Yeah.
Joe's buying. We're going.
I was going to say, well, it had to be something healthy, so looks like McDonald's and Wendy's is out.
Oh, they definitely are out.
Although we can always go to La Finca because you can always get healthy choices there.
Good local restaurant.
Fairly true, yeah. Front porch probably.
Oh, yeah, front porch.
I'd say the front porch probably the healthiest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, front porch and the Greenleaf Market and La Finca would be three great choices for.
Yep, I agree.
For fresh, healthy options. Although I'm not knocking any of the other restaurants in Spencer. All the restaurants in Spencer are awesome, but if you're wanting a healthy choice, those would be the places to go.
Yeah.
Because there are several small mom and pop restaurants in town I'd absolutely love that are just not healthy choices, but I know that going in.
Oh yeah. You got to have that cheat meal. You got to have some stuff in there that's not exactly all template.
Well, what I call the food that tastes good.
Yeah. Food tastes good. You just it's what you're used to, man. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Justin, where you at on this? Joe's wandering all over the map today.
Yeah.
So that's basic.
Yoga.
He's back there looking at statistics for Strava. I know what he's doing. Yeah. How many people are eligible to win this watch? And I gotta say, I'm really. I'll jump on board with you, Justin. It's okay. I'm really concerned. How many do you have there? Did you add them up real quick? Did anybody, since we've done the other video, make a change? Did anybody get themselves in the running? All right. Well, while he's adding up, Joe, let's keep
I've
going.
only got six
that
have done all the things.
6 out of 33.
Yeah.
Okay, so
making it hard to give this watch away, Dolo.
Since we've gone through,
probably make it easy.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
Since we've gone through all the features of the app, what did you guys use? So I did the Diamond Dozen 2.0, which I've been familiar with the original Diamond Dozen on the DVDs, and in my opinion, I feel that the Diamond Dozen 2.0 is a little more intense than the original.
Yeah.
So what did you guys use in the app?
I was trying to pull mine up so I could see. Now, I know I did one, and I chose an intermediate, which I think has been my best one so far.
Okay.
And it was kind of weird because at first he didn't have a chair, but then he incorporated a chair for those that might need it.
All right.
And ironically enough, I was like, I don't need that. But once I have a little living room table thing, I used that a couple times just so I could... I'll say stretch better through it, if that makes sense. Not necessarily because I needed it for balance, but because after hearing him say, okay, hey, might help, I I was like, man, yeah, I could stretch a little farther if I had just a little bit of support and a little bit of balance help.
Right.
And I was trying to get my app to come up, but here in the studio, it's just not one load to tell you exactly which one it was. But anyway, so I did like that part of it, and I didn't think the intermediate was too hard. I mean, it's one of those things too, though, that I think you can push yourself as hard as you want. Like, say, once I started like leaning as a hand balance a little bit with my little table thing, I could stretch a lot harder than what I was willing to do without it.
Right.
So there's definitely adaptations there that are good to go. So, but yeah, I did an easy, did an intermediate, had no issues. Wasn't terribly sore. Now I did stretch a couple areas that I hadn't stretched for a while, obviously.
Now I'm going to ask you guys: did you guys make the Rice Krispie noises while you was doing it? Because there was times I actually felt my back adjusting.
Yeah, so they did one, and you can't really see me on camera, but Joe, mimic this. They can see you.
Okay.
Put your arm up on the side, and I would call it like the Richard Simmons, Jane Fonda stretch.
Okay. Yeah.
Go to the side, and he's like, yeah, keep make this a good one.
Where you're going like this.
Yeah, there you go, and you can see that, and I was just like, man, I haven't actually done that stretch for real for a long time.
Yeah.
And, my back was popping a little bit, and I was like, my gosh, because I used to make fun of my soccer players when I coached, and I was like, oh, yeah, Richard Simmons it up. And, of course, none of them know who Richard Simmons was.
Right.
I was like, yeah, you're stretching for real, yeah, let's do, like, proper stretches here. And it'd be my way of encouraging my players to actually take stretching seriously.
Yep.
And it's crazy because I was making fun of them with Richard Simmons, who they had no idea about, and doing the old that stretch. Yeah, you're really stretching hard there. We got to put some effort into this because we're gonna have a rough workout today.
Right.
But then I found myself doing it as part of this, and I was like, I'm a knucklehead. But anyway.
Yeah,
so
I did an intermediate one as well.
Yeah. Did you have any problems? I mean, you're an athlete as well, so.
No, I actually did the same thing you did though. Just let's see if I can get a little bit more of a stretch just by putting my hand on something, because I don't have great balance, and like you said, it's not even necessarily that you're going to fall over, but just that you can get a little more out of it.
Yeah, I felt like just adds a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I did the live one that was originally posted March 2nd, live with DDP, so it's just a classroom setting. So I was like, let's try this out, see what it's like.
Mine's not, I see you got yours loaded, mine's not loaded.
A lot of the same moves that I had kind of seen before in the one
that you learned in the Diamond Dozen.
Was there any that, like, I had my Jane Fonda, Richard Simmons mode? Is there any that you're like, man, this is super old school but pretty cool? Okay, mine loaded. Let me see if I can find it here.
No, it's kind of stuff that, I've taken a couple yoga classes before, so it's some things here and there that were familiar, but then he's got his own little spin on everything.
Little spin, yeah. That was interesting. I felt like he did make it unique. That's it. I found, like, perusing through it in the beginning, it's like bed to chair, chair to standing, standing with chair, beginner, intermediate, advanced. So, and you can customize it.
I mean, he's not setting the bar too high. It's really like you said, Joe, no excuse. I'm here for you if you are starting at absolute ground floor.
Yeah.
To where your mobility is so bad that you can't get out of bed.
Right.
I'm here for you, and he's got these videos. You can see him right here, just doing the workouts in bed.
Yeah,
So
I didn't want to do the bed ones because I wanted to get myself a true workout. But on the flip side of the coin, I wanted to try those just to see how much of a workout I could actually get out of. I mean, I'm not questioning the method. I mean, obviously it works. He's had too many success stories for it not to work. But just from my standpoint of, okay, I know what kind of workout I can get, how I feel after doing the Diamond Dozen. Let me see how I feel after doing the one sitting or laying down and see, just for a comparison for my notes.
Right. Did you guys notice back to the live? So the live one, like I'm looking at it now, it says starts 5 days. I think it says 5 days. 5 days, 3 hours, 24 minutes. Mm-hmm. So he drops one a week, right?
Yeah,
live.
Once a week you can actually work out live with DDP.
5 days, 3 hours. So that's so that would be Monday. And 5 hours.
Yeah, live from his studio in Georgia.
Yeah. So that would be like in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So 5 hours, 3, like 2 p.m. 2 p.m. on Mondays, roughly.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it did more often. Once a week's kind of a bummer.
But there's so
I mean,
much,
it's recorded, obviously, but still, it'd be kind of cool to catch a live one.
well, you got to consider they're playing with COVID as well.
Oh, well, I mean, he's in his own studio, though.
Well, but they even had to shut it down when COVID started.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he even had a discussion with the governor. There's a video of him. He had a discussion with the governor when it all started. It's like, why are you shutting us down? People need this now more than ever.
Yeah.
If they're going to be staying home. So,
All his videos have a little diamond, which is color coded for difficulty.
Yeah.
Red being the most intense, and Joe's just scrolling down a little bit, and he's got some stuff where almost touch your foot to your ear.
Your toe to your ear? That's what Joe's been working towards.
well, those are your way beyond my level of ability. Those are your more advanced. And what is funny is, we sit here and joke about that kind of stuff, but if you go on YouTube and look up the DDP Yoga Arthur video, that is a prime example of, eventually you will be able to get that strength and ability to actually stand on your head and all that. Now, I've never had that kind of gracefulness, so not knocking DDP's program on that, but I think natural graceness kind of plays a role in that, and I don't think he has a program to fix my natural graceness. So, the workouts are awesome, and the app's great, but I just think my natural graceness will hinder me on that aspect of it.
He's got a 100 push-up challenge. That's one of the red ones.
Ooh.
Did you see that, Dave? Yeah. You're a push-up guy?
Yeah, I'm only like at 40.
Yeah.
And it's 30 to 40 gets sloppy. So I'm probably only really at 30. But, yeah, I mean,
So some of the other features, one I found when I was working out was I could actually link it with my Chromecast. So instead of working on my phone, I could actually just send it wirelessly to my Chromecast, to my TV. So I'd have had a much bigger screen to view my workout on. Mm-hmm. And Justin, you actually found one of the features that works out great for you with not having internet.
No internet,
yeah.
Download ahead of time and take them home.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. I like my program. It's a pretty good part of it. And that, it is nice. It has the nutrition, and I know you went over this, Joe, but it is kind of nice. The more I think about it, the kind of how it all wraps together.
Yeah.
Because it saves you, and I said I was being smart, like, hey, go over and you can Google meals and stuff. But really, for the average person that may not be into that, like I'm not a big, I'm going to go look at 50 different recipes of whatever.
Right.
It's pretty templated to follow, meaning they give you the template, they give you the stuff to look at.
Yeah, they literally give you all the tools, so there's
you don't have to go anywhere else.
Right. Now,
and I like that.
I didn't do my scheduled workout yesterday, and it called me out on it. You go on my program right now, and it says missed. So it gives me accountability of like, hey, genius, you forgot your workout. So now what are you going to? So I find it kind of frustrating, but motivating all at the same time. Going, okay, I'm glad that it's that little nagging reminder of, you're only hurting yourself. You didn't work out, so you better have had a good excuse, and you're only hurting yourself. So I as annoying as that is, I'm glad that's there. Mm-hmm. So then I could go, okay, I'm not gonna let that happen again.
Yeah. And they have such a good variety. Did either of you kind of count what you can look at?
No.
And what I do like too is like they have stuff that's like a 10-minute warm up. I'm looking at them. I got mine to come up now. Hips, back, and knees, 31 minutes. Red hot core, 17 minutes. So you don't have to have tons of time to sit here and say, okay, you can jump in and get a quick workout in.
Right, and you can stop the workouts at any point and just pick right up where you left off and you come back later.
Yeah.
It's funny. Wake up 2.0, 11 minutes long. That's not for me. I'm awake, I'm out of bed, I'm gone. But everybody's different, so it's kind of cool and I kind of see that as if you wake up and you can kind of start a routine that will make you feel better.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. Breathing 2.0 lasts 6 minutes, just teaching you how to breathe and kind of meditate a little. So I like those aspects.
Yeah, for folks that's like if I wait till the evening, maybe I won't feel as motivated. So I need just to, as soon as I get up, something quick to
You hit
just
the ground running.
do something, so I'm not getting to the evening time and putting it off and not doing it.
Yeah. Pretty neat
Yeah,
stuff.
A lot of variety. Got to give it a big pro on that for our review. I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of different
Definitely.
skill levels and a lot of different types of workouts. And
Yeah, that's one thing a lot of exercise programs kind of miss the mark on.
Yeah.
Is they try to market it as this is the one workout for everybody. And the DDP Yoga, or the DDPY, however we want to reference it as, is they market it as it's the workout for everybody, and it literally is. It's literally from laying down in bed to standing on your head. And everybody in between.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Is there any
So we want to go with the pros, or we're going to do
cons?
pros?
Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is there any other pros? I'm still looking through it here, just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Because it's funny, I had a whole list in my head, and I was like, oh man, I got here, and of course I don't write anything down.
Okay, so the price is $29.99 per month, and like we said, it literally everything we've discussed today is all is within that $29.99 per month price.
There are some different tiers, though, right?
I'm pulling that up now.
I just clicked on the lowest one, but I saw, I think, 2 more above it.
Okay, it's
And-
loading.
You know, I don't know if you guys mentioned this. I might have missed it there as I was trying to get the load. When you go into your own settings, it has measurements. You can do measurements like chest measurement, arms, biceps, stomach. And it also has injuries and pain. So you can put a little note on if you have an injury or pain, like a back, shoulder, elbow. You know, and it might be something simple like even like tennis elbow. If you're battling tennis elbow at the time. You know, and you can do blood pressure, blood sugar level.
Yeah, so they have 3 tiers here. All of them are the free come with the free 7-day trial.
Yeah.
You can sign up for $29.99 per month, or you can bump it up to a 3-month membership for $39.99, or you can sign up for 1 year at $107.88. And that includes everything we've talked about.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so fellows, pros.
Variety. Yeah. Variety for sure. And I think overall, and of course, you know, we're only a weekend, but I want to head into your subscription just because I want to stay
Really?
busy with it. Yeah, why not?
Wow. I'm impressed.
Well, I've been running a lot, so I need a little variety. Like I say, in my mind, it was cross training
Okay.
without the high intensity. You know, most people look at cross training like, oh yeah, I'm going to do like super agility stuff or, you know, hit the weights really hard with cardio. But yeah, I'm too old for that crap.
Well, and I think a lot of people try to hit it too hard like that. It's like they go in wide open, and then 2 weeks they burn out.
Oh yeah, they're done because you get injured or do whatever. This I see as a nice little alternative without, you know, in the dog days of summer, I see this as like, all right, you know, I'm gonna stay inside in the air conditioning, just do some yoga,
Yep.
and incorporate a little bit of meditation into
Do
it.
it anywhere on the road when you're.
Oh yeah,
traveling.
hotel room, whatever.
Yeah, and
I see a lot of the, you know, breathing in bed deal. I'm gonna log 6 minutes. I'm gonna breathe in bed. Yeah, watch out, Strava. Here I come.
Yeah. So we need to watch it. So if anybody's
Keep an eye on
the
it.
group sees Dave just
Doing
claiming-
6 minutes of yoga, you
Yeah.
know it's breathing in bed.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know. The variety, the ease of use for the most part, or the idea behind it, I guess, is nice, appealing.
The number of workouts seems like there's
Yeah.
plenty there to keep you busy for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And the tracking too, like you said, if you have certain goals, body goals in terms of gaining muscle or losing fat or whatever, it'll
See, I
track
don't
it.
have a scale, so my weight, I rarely do my weight, but, you know, I gauge by how my clothes fit, which I could if I was really into it.
Before and after pics too.
Yeah, I do like that aspect, but I like the idea of, you know, doing measurements.
Yeah.
You know, that's more important to me than like what the scale says, because muscle weighs more than fat. Everybody says that, but in the heat of, you know, trying to lose weight, you're always like, oh, I got to keep an eagle eye on the scale.
Mm.
I was a wrestler forever. I hate that. Hate going and saying, all right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
gauge what happens by my weight, because I realize, how much water you can flush out of your system, and once you start losing muscle versus losing actual fat, there's a whole different ball game there. Unless you've been through that, you just don't really realize how, in my opinion, the scale is just not an adequate measure. But the body points measurements you can do with this app is pretty cool, and I think more important than weight.
Yeah.
So for folks out there, and it's kind of crazy. What do you guys think? Is weight like a big stigma?
Yeah, a lot of people may. That's why I see a lot of
Yeah,
people.
and not to be sexist, but women are really look at their weight as a negative. And I'm like, man, your weight's your weight. But I wrestled forever, so you're always telling people what your weight were. You knew what weight class you fit in. It was just one of those things that you became used to.
Yeah, it's one of those things people put a lot more value on to weight than they do
Yeah.
anything else. It's like, yeah, you could weigh 300 pounds, but if it's all muscle,
Oh yeah, if you're 6'4", 300 pounds football player, you're one of the best fit, most fit people on the planet.
Yeah, weight plays a role in it, but weight shouldn't be your factor. It should be an overall healthier lifestyle.
Right, and that's what I mean.
If you lose fat and gain back muscle, it's a win-win.
Oh yeah. Well, and even still, I mean, in today's society, if you're a little bit overweight, or what you might consider a little bit overweight, or even if you're a lot overweight, but you're doing something about it, then okay. That's great. That's fantastic. Why worry about it? I guess is my point. A lot of people worry about that kind of stuff, and I'm just like, life's short enough as it is without going around worrying about what someone else thinks about your weight. So, we have other problems bigger than that. So, anyway, funny stuff. So, I do appreciate, I guess, long story. Thank you, Justin. Getting back around to it. The measurement portion is a really nice option, because someone could, they have the option not to focus on weight if they choose to, if that bothers them, and focus on inches.
Right.
And, those body measurements. I appreciated that.
Yeah.
So.
And what is it? It's like weight, waist and arms.
Yeah, it had like biceps, leg, thighs. It had your waist, your chest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can measure. It had 20 different points, I guess.
Yeah.
Let me go back here, and I can actually. I think it's. My problem is I'm not super familiar with the guide, which is going to come up in cons.
What do you think, Joe? Any pros you wanted to point out?
Yeah. So you guys know that I always have to look at the technical side of things. And from the technical side of things, this is a very sound app. From the ability to flip it from my screen to my Chromecast,
Yeah. That's
big pro.
Yeah.
The ability for Justin's a perfect example, able to download the workouts and take them home and watch them and do them. Huge pro for around here with our limited broadband availability. The range of workouts. Literally, this is a solution for anybody. I dare find a person that there's absolutely no possible way that this app and setup could not help them in any possible way. I mean, I'm sure that there's cases out there, but they're probably very few and far between and very hard to find. And there's literally, you can customize it to where you can help yourself. Like what you guys said, you guys are able to move around and do all this, and are runners and athletes and all that, but yet even just a chair help you dig deeper in your workouts was a huge plus. So being able to literally take what they advertise and it works, as make it your own, customize it however you need to, huge plus. So all those huge pluses on my part.
Yeah, one thing that I noticed was just from a technical side, the app, the layout of it. A lot of apps, when you rotate your phone, they'll adjust, but this one is a one-way street.
Yeah, landscape only.
Yeah.
Which is a little odd. And
Yeah, I found that's one thing I didn't notice till just now when I was looking up what all the settings had. As soon as you launched the app, I had to flip my phone. So I can
deal, but
no, but I can see that, because that was a minor annoyance on my part. Here, I was just trying to look up the settings of it, and I had to flip my phone. So yeah, that's not a deal breaker, but a minor ding. So maybe a flippable version.
Yeah, I would like to see just a little quick preview of the workout as an option too. Before actually
Yes.
starting. And
Yeah, that's a big one too. I agree with you wholeheartedly because you have to jump in and go through a couple hoops to get it started, and then I wouldn't say tricky to stop it, but if you don't like it, getting back out of it's a pain in the butt.
Mhm.
So anybody actually DDP himself or anybody at the DDP Yoga team, either want to write these down or call us out and going, you knuckleheads, you don't know what you're using here. There's how you fix it. By all means.
Yeah, and I think that's a fair assessment because we're only a weekend. I mean, I've
Yeah.
only done 3 activities, so.
So by all means, feel free to call us out on this, and we will be more than happy to come back live on air because we've done it before and going, yeah, we was wrong.
Because, I mean, you start your next workout, it offers to hook up Bluetooth, and you got to start the workout. I'm going to walk through it here real quick just to make sure I'm saying the right things.
Yeah, you link it up with your heart rate monitor so it'll record your heart rate monitor live while you're working out, which I really was impressed with that.
And so when you get into the workout, how to stop the workout. Like you can pause it, you tap and you pause. And that's what lets you either play again or you end the workout.
Right.
But for a little bit in the first one, I was like, I don't really like this one, so I want to just get out of it quick. There is no, the backup button doesn't work on my Android. I have Samsung and got the back button.
Right.
Does not work. You actually got to technically end the workout. And then you got to answer how easy or difficult it was. And here's my point. I'm not going I'm doing one right now, not doing one, but I have one running.
Right.
I'm not going to save it, so I don't care how difficult it was, but I got to answer that before I come in. And then uncheck log this activity, and it tells you calories burned, heart rate, blah, blah, blah. And then you complete it, where I wish it just had a stop delete button.
Right.
Like Justin said, you might get into it a little bit and be like, yeah, I don't like this one as well.
Yeah, so
like a cancel feature.
Yeah, so instead of going through that extra step to tell it not to log
an extra
it,
10 seconds
just give
say I'm out of
you
here.
a third button that says cancel, so then you don't have to worry about that. When you hit cancel, it's not going to log it, and you can just go right back.
Because I ran into this feature the first time I did that. I was, I can't remember what I was doing. I might have been picking up one of the kids from practice, and I was sitting in the car, and I was like, I'm going to preview real quick and just see what one I'm going to do so I have it ready to go.
Right.
And I looked at 3 different ones, and each one I had to go through the same routine. I was like, it sucks. You got to start it, and then you got to rate it, then you got to go to the next screen, and then I'm just like, wish I had a quick preview without actually doing it.
Right.
But I mean, I understand. In their end, it's probably like, hey, why would it matter? But
right.
I don't know, a little aggravating, but not bad.
We're picky people.
It's just one of those things. So.
Right. Okay, so are there any other pros and cons, gentlemen?
I think if you're not technologically savvy, you might have a little bit of a problem wading through everything.
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah.
There is a lot of content and information right out of the barrel.
Like, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know how to go back to see what workout I did before.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me look that up.
I mean, I got a scorecard. You hit your scorecard, and it tells you how many points you've done and your rank and all that. But I don't know. Like, I can't really go anywhere. Maybe. Man, I click on myself. No.
Try going to Tracker. I think Tracker has
That's where I'm at.
your history. Although mine's slowly loading. Okay, yeah. Okay, the Tracker gives me my points, but
Yeah, that's what I mean.
know
It doesn't really
exactly
show.
which workouts I did. Yeah, I'm having difficulty.
So that's what I mean. It's a little tricky because if you like one and you want to go back and do it again, or like I was going to show it to you guys, say, okay, this is the one I definitely did. I don't know how to get there.
Oh, okay, go over to workout summary, and it gives you your workout summary, and it tells you which one you did.
In which area?
So go under Tracker, and then the 4th button at the top, it has the little chart with the bubbles and the line.
Ah,
It gives you your summary.
gotcha.
I was going to say, I thought I saw that, but no, I couldn't remember.
Okay, so I did one of the live ones.
Okay.
That makes sense. Okay. Huh. All right. There you go. But again, I think it just should be easier to go back to ones like a favorites or something like that. Which, I mean, you can show a little heart, I think, where you like them.
Right.
But, just wanted to jump back to that one if I want to do it again or say, hey, you should try this workout.
Right.
It's complicated. I mean, maybe once you get used to it. Like I say, we're only weekend. I've only used a couple times, so
okay,
probably not a fair assessment on my end.
So are we ready to rate it?
I think we are.
Okay, Dave. So out of 5 stars, where does it fall on Dave's scale?
Oh, man. I'd say 3.5.
3.5. Okay.
Just because it's more complicated than what I feel like messing with. But again, I think we should revisit this in a couple months.
Okay.
Just because I'm assuming once it's like everything else, like Strava, like I didn't like Strava at first, really. I was like, I'm just going to use to track my run so I kind of have my own personal tracking.
Right.
But now I kind of like seeing, the different options.
Okay.
So I'm kind of guessing this is the same thing.
So are we going to do before and after photos and all that?
I don't know that I care that much.
Right.
But I do like, I'm interested to see which stretches I feel like help me the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just interested in the history of it.
Okay.
So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm so new to it. I don't know. And I've never been a big yoga person, so I'm kind of forcing myself to do yoga.
Well, that's like me. When you tell me yoga, I'm like, no. But
Yeah.
this isn't true.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not in a...
Yeah, it's not. His tagline is, "It ain't your mama's yoga," and I fully believe that. 'Cause it's more of a workout, more cardio than it is.
Yeah, and he's kind of got the drill sergeant voice going on, and
yeah, it's kind of a low impact cardio where you feel intense, but you don't hurt and you don't feel like you ran 10 miles and can't walk.
I agree.
Yeah, I'll go 4 stars. I like it so far.
Yeah.
And the having to turn my phone to the side is not the end of the world. I can get used to it.
There's so many other things that are landscape only, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give this, just based off of all the wealth of information that you get for the $30 a month. I mean, not just the workouts, but the meal plans. I mean, literally, it's.
Is it $30 a month?
Yeah.
I thought my yearly subscription.
Well, it's you get a discount for a year.
Yeah, I did the year, so it's like $90 or something.
Well, it's $107.88.
Okay,
for a year.
So I mean, that's what is that in a month? Less than $10, like 8 and change.
Yeah.
So do the year subscription, dude. It's a lot cheaper.
$107.88 divided by 12.
Oh boy, technology guys got
$8.99 a month.
Yeah, so $9 a month. I mean, come on, that's giving up.
One round of McDonald's.
Well, I don't go to McDonald's.
Well, I'm just saying, just from the
the average
money
person.
value,
You're giving up one round of McDonald's, or a quick Dairy Queen stop, or 3 pops.
Yeah.
A month. That's nothing.
Yeah. For
comparatively.
For better health and
a
mobility.
little bit of motivation. That way, if you pay for it too. So that's kind of what got me. I'm like, I'm paying for it. So now I'm gonna get my.
You're all in now.
I'm gonna get my $9 a month.
Right.
Even if it's just 3 workouts, because I relate it to, if I was gonna go to the gym and pay for a session that lasts half hour, I'll pay $3. That's a good deal. So now
they're normally like over 10.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just saying, if I'm gonna do a half hour, would I pay $3 for that? Yeah. $1 for 10 minutes worth of workouts. Yeah, so I'll do this. And now that I paid for it, it'll make me use it, and then therefore I'm getting my money's worth.
Yeah, you could get way more for your money. If you did 6 or 8 exercises.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be definitely much cheaper than the membership.
So I'm going to go out on a limb on this one, guys.
Yeah, let her rip.
Just based off the value and everything that you get for your money.
Mm-hmm.
Full 5-star Joe seal of approval.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, and you're more experienced with it than we are because you've had a DVD set, and so maybe it'll grow. That's why I really think to be fair, we need to revisit it in a couple months.
Okay.
You heard it here, though.
Yeah,
it's got the Joe
seal of approval.
That's right. I don't hand
and
those
he
out
doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't. That's like maybe your second 5-star anything I've ever seen.
Oh no! Wise is kind of eat a lot of those up.
Well, Wise, I take Wise as one big 5-star.
Okay. I'll buy that.
Yeah. So anyway, okay. Yeah. Well, this is a long show, an hour and 24 minutes. And I gotta be honest, you did your 3 news updates in a half hour, and then Justin has let us run rampant here with this product review.
Yeah.
So all right.
Well, there's a lot to cover. The DDP Yoga or the DDPY app. Yeah. There's a lot of ground to cover. So
I agree. It's a big app.
Yeah. So very highly rated amongst all 3 of us.
Give it a try. Free 7-day trial.
Yeah, free 7-day trial. And if you use it, please let us know. We'd love to hear what your results are or your thoughts on the app or or if anybody from the DDP Yoga team, even DDPY himself, if we are using the app wrong, please let us know, and we'll be more than happy to call ourselves out, going like, yeah, we're knuckleheads. We had no idea what we was doing. So, by all means, we're open to any and all information.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Well, that's anything else we need to wrap this up. Joe, how they get a hold of you? I mean, I know it seems like forever ago that you went over the 3 news updates, but if anybody has any questions about the Google Map deal or COVID, any scams, I wouldn't just relate to COVID, but if you feel like you might be getting scammed, or if you have any of the T-Mobile issues or any other technological issues that you feel like you need help with, Joe, how they get a hold of you and Cena at A&M Digital Technologies?
You give us a call at our office at 304-927-3588. Check out our website at amdigitaltechnologies.com or follow us online. We are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at AM Digital Tech for all that. And disclaimer, you probably will not see us work any of our DDP workouts anytime soon on those platforms. So if you're looking for those, keep looking.
Yeah. Well, and of course, support your local businesses. A&M Digital Technology, a local business here in West Virginia, and Spencer, West Virginia specifically, and powering all the stuff here behind our patch deal. And, we got a lot of technology stuff here with patch, so you guys do a great job. So check in with them, Joe and Cena, doing all the hard work and heavy lifting behind the scenes, A&M Digital Technologies. And we appreciate you watching today. Thank you. This is myself, Justin, and Joe here at Help Desk with Joe, show number 56 at the Patch Turned Up Studio in Spencer, West Virginia. And we're out of here until next week. So make sure you tune back in. Join us next Wednesday.